guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to my channel. You're tuned in to the Rose Family channel. I'm the beautiful Rose. Good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, guys. Today's video is going to be a discussion on my, if I can say the word. Let me just calm down a bit and process in my brain. Celibacy. Oh, that's the word. My days. Ain't that a mouthful? My celibacy. I'm saying it wrong. Again. I said it right the second time because I want to leave it at that. Journey, guys. And I come to discuss that journey. I've never come on my channel before and talk about like my sex life, so to speak, or I can't remember having done that before. But because I was on this journey for so long, I have to like come and share with you guys, and also share that, like, start from the beginning. Basically, I started that journey from 2021, and now we're in 2025. So I abstained from having sex, and that's kind of why me and Angelo's dad decided to separate as well. Like, that was the main reason, because, you know, I'm thinking, you know, I'm not going to be just willy-nilly there going about everyday life, having sex, living in that form of sin. One day it's like the penny dropped and I didn't want to do it anymore. And you know, because sometimes even no matter what, we would have been having sex, basically. So I stopped in January 2021. Yeah, and the reason why I'm now coming to talk about it, like I said in previous videos, I'm like revealing all, because that journey was long, but I didn't feel any way about it, tell you the truth, guys. Like, you know, I didn't feel any way about it. I didn't feel like I needed to, nothing like that. And you know, when I check the statistic, I thought, you know, next time I'm gonna be involved in any form of sexual activity with anybody, they're gonna have to be my husband. You know, that's what I told myself. That's one of the sins that I really tried to abstain from, basically. And you know, yeah, it lasted 4 years. Do the maths with me, guys. Maybe my calculation, but my calculation is 4 years, basically. So yeah, guys, 4 years strong. Like I said, sometimes I'm thinking about, like, even like starting a new relationship, and you know, I've thought of it before, like starting another relationship and then going through the whole process and then maybe marriage and then that. But I had chats, but when I think about it, nobody, not being funny, the type of relationship I've experienced with Angelo's dad, I yet to see anybody that can really fill his shoes. You know, I yet to see anyone that can fill his shoes. So I kind of just kept myself. If I didn't talk to anyone, like stuff like that, it was nothing, not even touching wise. You understand? And something else that happened to me recently as well, which I did find that so disturbing. Just being like, you know, somebody was telling a story, and one they were telling a story, they came close to me. It was a male, came close to me and kind of like touched me on my side, and, you know, reenacting out the story as if he's a pickpocketer. I did not feel good about that. I was so disturbed. you'd have to be there to understand what I mean. I'm not going to go into it, but I just thought, you know, I could have done. So that even happened in the month of December leading up to Christmas. And I don't know, guys, like, God know my heart if I'm wrong, but sometimes it's like bad vibes. Bad vibes. I'm just thinking, I remember like just talking about it, 'cause my daughter was there as well when we left, just talking about it and think, you know, it's giving creepy. Like, you know, you don't know me from nowhere, you met me the first time, yeah, I'm friendly, I'm chatty, but what was that all about? Anyhow, you know, I'm just dropping in some scenarios that happened to me that I've been unsettled about. Back onto the journey of I can't say it, people. You guys heard me mention it before, because every time I'm saying it, I'm butchering it. So, you know, I just abstain from being with anybody. You know, the last person I've been with was Angelo's dad. And like I said, when I'm there, if, you know, anybody's like trying to look my way, or I see them, there was like 2 people, to be fair, that I kind of was, you know, I remember particularly one, when I went to Jamaica to my sister's wedding, I was taken to some youngers, but nothing happened. You just like verbal talking sometimes, like, and it was on my part, if I'm being honest. But it was nothing, I don't even think, like, I just like shared my interest towards that person. That never went anywhere. I soon kind of like got my senses together, but he was very good, like, at like saying, you know, maybe another time, because the age gap was big. So anyway, then another scenario where I'm thinking like an old ex, you know, I'm thinking, maybe, you know, like always, he seemed to think I'm the one that got away, but like, eventually, you just see that it's like all chat, and people, they're not willing to do what they need to do to have me. They're not cut out to be doing it. And I'm thinking, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. When I tell you Angelo has opened my eyes and leveled me up, my standards gone high. I ain't willing to be, one thing I say, I don't want to be the one, like, I'm going to be the main breadwinner. That's one. 2, you don't seem to be able to control who you want to be messing with and all of these things as well. So it's just ingredients for negativity. And like I said, on my path, no, like, intimacy in that sense. I won't go into too much of that side, but I know, like, for fact, on like me having sexual intention in terms of like when we're together, maybe like chats, but I'm always kind of like getting my mind into a good place to say that I'm not even going to be thinking on that lines, because I'd have felt like I'm falling into sin. So anyways, think I've covered everything. All this time, from the time January 21, I told Angelo dad, listen, you know, unless we're married, and he's always said, oh, he's never going to get married, He also said he's never going to have a kid, and here we are, Angelo's here. So I'm thinking, yeah, you know, that one, you know, you change your mind about that, you need to change your mind about this one, because I'm not going to be allowing you to be sleeping with me willy-nilly. So we cut those kind of type of interaction for that whole 2021. Yeah. So where I left off my last video, I didn't want to mix the videos up, so that's why I said I don't really want to link this one in. But what I wanted to talk about is the time when I went to his house after I had to flee from my yard because my children was driving me doolally. But like I said, it's all like, in my mind, like the enemy's work to like say, oh, you're just sitting on your high ass, sitting pretty, thinking you're God's gift. And, you know, watch me now. And I kind of like, I was weak, but I knew from time, because I know how me and Angelo dad is. I knew from time I left my way and go to his yard, it's kind of because I was vulnerable. I felt like I needed a hug. I needed, you know, cut for this long time. I never felt like this before. Very vulnerable, very weak. But, you know, I'm taking 100% blame on this side, you know. I'm not going to be trying to pass the buck because he's the type of person, unless you initiate certain things, he ain't going to be bringing it up. So let's just be clear on that one. He's not that sort of person. You would be waiting forever if you're waiting for him for initiation in certain areas, like, kind of thing. So when I was like saying, you know, I had to flee from my house, I had to flee. You know, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but I felt like I was going to have a breakdown, literally. I just had enough. And mentioning as well, leading up to that point, I have been seeing signs saying, you know, for me to go take up a new relationship, do I really want to be doing that? These people ain't even come up to par. No way, this is a waste of time, basically. One, I was thinking, you know, just going to let God lead or find my husband. Then I started going through phases where his picture, this is Angelo's dad, just keep popping up. Like, even when Angelo got christened and the whole of us is in that picture, he keeps popping up in different segments, in those periods as well, when I was just like really thinking, you know, where my life going to go to, or, you know, what's going to be the end. Am I going to end up with one of these wishy-washy? But I knew that that's not really going to be the case, in a way. But then I'm thinking, you know, just thinking, and it keep coming up. And every time, even when I was going through my batteration with the kids, so to speak, like verbally batteration in a way, he's ringing in my head. And I knew where I was going to go before I even get up. I just was trying to hold off and making that mistake to go, even just to air myself out. Sometimes I'll start thinking I'm just going to go there and hang out because I know that the only person going to be there is him and Angelo. Because even recently I must have said to my mom, oh, I went to Russell's place. She went to me, oh, wasn't you scared that you would go there and buck up into some woman? I was like, no. I go there and buck up into some woman, she have to come out. She'd have to pack her stuff and exit. That's what I said to me, Mom. I said, I wasn't thinking about that. But I knew he ain't like that either. Because even the fact that he's got Angelo, it probably would be a case that Angelo wasn't there if he was going to go down that road. I just know how he moves in that sense. So I knew nobody was there besides Angelo. Anyway, so when I rang him now and I said, oh, the kids are driving me nuts, I have to get out. And he's like, what you on about? Because that's how he is. He just thinks it's ridiculous. What do you mean the kids are chasing you out of the house? And I'm just being over exaggerated, like, yeah, I have to get out. They kick me out. I have to leave. These children are going to put me in trouble. They're going to put me in trouble. I have to leave. And he's just like, you can tell that he was kind of like probably going off to sleep or settled or whatnot. And hear me coming out the blue, out of nowhere. He's been in that house like at least 3+ years or more. And I've never been. That's a whole nother story why I've never been to the house, because I refused to go to the house. And all of a sudden now, one dark night, I'm up saying I'm going. He just like blown away thinking, what is going on? And he kind of think I'm a little bit doolally anyway, so he just be thinking, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Not her looking in my direction. Why is she coming here? I don't know. But I can imagine that's what he's thinking. Because at first, when I first rang him, he was just like, what are you on about? What do you mean? Like, it don't make no sense. What do you mean? And then I was like, listen, because I knew the area that he lives. Like, if I go there, I know that it's not much further from there. So I'm just like, listen, when I turn up to XYZ, I'll call you back. And that's when you need to come and get me. Like, I could just hear the frustration in his voice, but I knew that I'm just going to turn up to XYZ and let him not come and get me kind of thing. Anyway, he came and get me. And I was frustrated, feeling like, I don't think I showered that day. I was down, like, you know, like I said, I was not weaponized. I was kind of like in the dumps, resting from the backlash of the whole thing. Guys, I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you the story. Yeah? I ain't making excuses already. Put my hand up. Guilty! You know? So I'm just telling you the story. Guilty! Telling you the story. Anyway, so got to where I think he's near there somewhere. And within a second, after I rang him to say, I'm here, he come and like, made sign to say, come. So I went, and when I went in, and I said, hello, Angelo. Angela, Mom, what are you doing here? I thought you said you ain't coming. You ain't never coming here. You ain't ever coming here. So I was just in my mind thinking, Angelo, shut up. But I didn't say anything. I was like, Angelo, don't start, kind of thing. And then I said to Angelo, oh, is it all right if I keep with you? He's like, yeah. Everybody's a bit out of sorts. Because like I said, I ain't never been there. So I'm like, all right then. Thanks, Angelo. I need to go have a shower. So I went and had my shower. And I came back up my shower now. There, because I packed a night bag. Towel, flannel, everything I need. Toothbrush. A night bag. Spare clothes. Plus, like a PJ type shorts and a top. So I packed my little thing them in the bag. Quick and fast in seconds. Seconds me pack. Seconds me out from my head will start. I'm thinking, yeah. Let me show you lot that if I really be looking for places to go, yeah? I have more than places to go. But who's worth me pulling up? Only Angelo's dad. So that's why I pull up. Anyway, so I showered, brushed my teeth, felt so much better, even washed my hair, you know, and then sort myself out, chatting to Angelo, then hopped in with him, and lying there thinking, oh, probably gonna scroll, because he has a different type of routine that his dad is more structured. It's more structured than my yard in that sense. It's structured. Angelo have his own room, you know. When it's bedtime, etc. It's not like going from A to B, sitting there. It's either he's going to read a book or whatnot. Here's come my battery going there. Let me wrap it up. Anyway, guys, this memory space I'm struggling with. Oh, Lord, am I going to get through this video? Early hours in the morning, I hear him go toilet. I thought I'm going into his room, cutting a long story short, speeding it up because I'm not doing another video. And I'm saying, you know, I really need a cuddle, cutting it, speeding it up. We were lying there for a minute, and, you know, he ended up, we talked through a few things, end up cuddling till it end up me and him doing the deed. Like, and I cannot blame him at all. I cannot, it's just me. So, after 4 years of being on the straight and narrow, so when I tell you the enemy was at my door kicking it down to come in, and I was unprepared. I don't even know how I'm navigating. This is why I said I couldn't come on the channel and just start doing video as usual. I had to come and say these things to just show that I'm willing to confess and my sins and let it be known, because that was something I was abstaining from for a long period. And then all of a sudden, one morning, all out the window. Like, comment, share and subscribe, guys. Like, comment, share and subscribe. So now I'm trying to rebuild myself. I haven't discussed anything with him because I never discussed anything before in terms of what's going to take place or whatever, in terms of like, as he changed his mind about anything, whether, nothing like that. It was just, you know, a little bit about what was going on with the children, how I was feeling. And, you know, I really needed cuddling and... But I knew from the time I picked myself up and go into his room, it's going to be done deal. Over. So, you know, I'm trying to repent. I'm praying about it. And God knows my heart. I'm not lying. It's nothing like, you know, because I'm still not sure whether I'm going to be continuing down this road. I'm going to have to start fresh from this road. I don't know where I am, people. I don't know where I am. But I know I've been like praying, trying to fast, trying to get through this, you know, wondering if it's a test just to see if I'd fess up. All sorts of things going through my mind, people. All sorts of things going through my mind. But, and I, you know, next morning he made us breakfast and I stayed there for a little while watching telly, and I just went back home to the kids, and all of a sudden, they're back to their normal self. All of a sudden, the storm has calmed. All of a sudden, everybody's slutting. Till, you know, you have this ain't coming when I'm there chilling in my room. You come lying on my bed now, And before, they were acting as if I'm the enemy. So I know, like,